neowaza. Whatever, that's what it's called, right? But it's the same rules as Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, right? So by the time they get to that point where they start succeeding and getting gold medals, they would want to make that crossover into the professional jiu-jitsu scene as well, because there's some big competitions and obviously the grand slams and stuff like that. So for them to get to that point, for any Thai, would have to go through the amateur system first, establish themselves, and then see how, as a life choice, if they want to pursue that career in jiu-jitsu. Because for now, what they offer is it's quite engraved into the educational system, as I said earlier. So from all the way from high school to university, you can get through an education if you're devoted and good at jiu-jitsu. There are schools and institutions that will take you on and pay for your scholarship and whatnot. So that's obviously a great opportunity for kids who otherwise wouldn't be able to. So yeah.
You mentioned a lot about competing and that being a pathway for kids to actually move on to the professional circuit. And if you look at Brazil and the States, there's a competition almost every weekend. Do you think that here in Thailand we need to put out more competitions and get more sponsors involved?
Well, I do agree with that. I do believe that's what the sport needs to progress, but having to tackle this situation between the two groups that practice the same sport hasn't been an easy task, especially over the last 5 years. Because I know we say jiu-jitsu is not a place for egos, right? But let's be honest, So it's a working process, but hopefully we can come up with some things in the future, like we have in the past, that will bring the two groups together for the greater good of the sport, instead of people's own self-benefit.
And speaking of competition, you have the Siam Cup coming up, so tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, so the Siam Cup is a joint. We've joined with the two groups that we've been talking about, basically. The guys that control the neowaza world, as you want to call it, and the guys who are currently leading Brazilian Jiu Jitsu in Thailand in terms of international competition. So two very high level groups practicing the same sport, but just in different organizations. So obviously the goal here is to work together and to show others who are involved in these other groups that, hey, look, we can come together, do a competition together, and everybody can join. We can come to mutual terms, everybody can join, and everybody benefits. And just to show that, for us, it's not predominantly about the profit. And it's when you say that, obviously people automatically start thinking, all right, this guy's trying to find a way to hide his own self-interest. But believe it or not, that is why we have put the registration fee so low, ridiculously low.
How much is it?
600 baht. Early bird. So, those of you who do know about business will probably figure out that we're probably not going to make a profit out of it. Probably actually lose money. So it's not really a problem for us, it's just a fact. Like I said, the great good again, if we can establish these type of regular local competitions, then we can definitely strengthen the sport.
So where will it be held?
So it's being held in the famous Victory Monument, which is a big monument in the center of Bangkok. And they have various shopping malls around that. It's very easy to get to by BTS, or you could drive. I prefer motorbike. We've been in and out of traffic. But the Century Mall, it's called, in Victory Monument, Bangkok. Most people who run around Bangkok are night day, they probably know where the Victorious Monument is. So, yeah.
And it's on July
July 15th.
July 15th.
July 15th, Victory Monument, organised by Arete and the Royal Thai Air Force Martial Arts Club.
So that's all.
For now.
Thank you for taking time. And hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Navesh.
Okay. Excellent, gentlemen. That was